the actual legend of the Ten Rings. Of the Ten Rings.
Yep. I've seen this movie and I've heard about this movie for months and I didn't realize the word legend was in the title until just now.
Hey everybody, welcome back to I2I, the place where we talk about anything and everything Disney. My name is Kyle.
And my name is Jessica. And before we get started today, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content.
And if you want to help support the content that we do here, you can check out the Powerline, our channel membership program. Links are in the description, but also up above in the video right now. This is another movie review video where we're going to be doing 3 reasons to watch, spoiler-free, so you are safe. What are we reviewing, Jessica? Yes, she's trying to pronounce it right.
Shang-Chi? No.
Yeah. Well, listen, so let's just go ahead.
Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings.
Let's go ahead and get it out right now. We're going to butcher these names because we have our good old Southern accents that are just going to do this. So just please.
But in my mind, I'm saying it right.
We are.
I'm trying so hard. Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings.
That is it. That is correct.
It's also a super long title.
It is.
So it either should have been Shang-Chi or it should have been the Ten Rings.
It's not a longer...
It doesn't need to be and.
It is not a longer title than Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet.
No, that was just stupid. I mean, that still irritates me to death.
Thankfully, they did change it to just Ralph Breaks the Internet, but...
I mean, yeah, that was so dumb.
It was. All right, but enough about that. We need to talk about our reasons that we think you should watch Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Also,
the Legend of the Ten Rings?
Did you not say the Legend of the Ten
Rings?
Rings?
No, I didn't say anything about a legend.
Did you just say the Ten Rings?
I said, and the Ten Rings.
No, it's and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Super long title, as apparently.
Really messed that up. I did see the movie, but apparently didn't read the title.
We're off to just a roaring start here. Let's start off with this reason to watch it. I think, personally, this is a good entry point for people into the MCU because there's not a lot of MCU in this film that you have to know.
You have to know beforehand.
Now, most of you are screaming right now, they're like, Kyle, the basic plotline of this movie, there's a huge MCU tie-in. Yes, but you can come into this movie, I think, personally,
blind,
and just be like, okay, I'm learning about this aspect, and then find out later, oh, they mentioned the Ten Rings previously in other Marvel films. Personally.
But to be fair, if you're like me and you had no idea that had happened, it doesn't take anything away from the story.
That's kind of why I feel like that.
The story kind of is a standalone
in
so far. I mean, I fully expect there will be millions more like the MCU does. You're going to have an insane number of movies. And it'll tie it all in together. But I'm just saying, like, I felt like I wasn't missing anything. It's not like an Avengers movie where you've missed 20 films prior to this.
Yes, but it does help to have all of them seen and, retained all that information and stuff like that.
Probably.
It makes your experience richer. It does, I promise, despite what Jessica said.
No, I'm just saying, I've seen them all, but the key word is retained.
Remembering. All right, what would be another reason that you'd say people need to watch this?
So, I think it was, especially for people like me who may not retain all the information in the Marvel universe, it was really action-packed and the plotline kept moving quickly.
Yeah.
So the characters were not in a physical location for very long. The scenes kept changing. It was just really eye-catching and, there were a lot of course, fight scenes because yes, it is Marvel and this is action.
Right.
But even just the fight scenes, you were here one place, sometimes you're on a bus and then you're in a nightclub and then now we're back in Shang-Chi's homeland. So you're not really staying in one area, so it's not boring, and it was very visually appealing too.
The other thing too is there's a lot going on in this movie, and I think instead of having you focus, I don't understand that, it's like, let's move on to the next thing.
Right.
It's kind of like, keep going, just don't worry about it, we'll talk about it later.
Didn't have time to be confused because the plot just kept moving, and it was kind of nice that it moved so quickly.
My third reason, I guess our third reason for watching this film, is the continuation of the story of the Ten Rings. Now, we've already kind of addressed this a little bit. There's a tie-in with Iron Man and the Iron Man 3 movie. Lots more of that we won't get into because that's spoiler territory. That's all in there, and it gives you some background information, some extra story, if you will, about what that's all been about. Was it exactly what I was kind of hoping for? Not necessarily, but to now know the backstory of all that, it's, just kind of, I like movies that go back, kind of like Black Widow did, and tell the story within the story.
Yes.
That you've never seen, or you just kind of you've imagined all these things, and even if it's not exactly what you wanted it to be, it's something that can kind of make the story even richer in the
Is
grand tapestry of the timeline.
The origin story.
Yes, it's an origin story for him, but also for the actual legend of the Ten Rings. Of the Ten Rings.
Yep. I've seen this movie and I've heard about this movie for months and I didn't realize the word legend was in the title until just now.
Well, this is not legendary. Let's talk about our one reason that you probably may not like this movie, Jessica.
It was a lot of information. It really felt like it should have had a sequel. Like it should be 2 separate movies.
Yes.
Within this
100%
movie.
Agree.
Because there was this whole, we're not going to say any spoilers, the whole first half of the movie truly felt like it could have been a standalone movie. And then the second half, you kind of go into this, felt like a very new plot. And you're like, whoa, we're an hour and a half into this movie. Stop, we got to go.
Yeah, I think that it's not even so much that you could have like cut it in right in the middle and said that.
No.
But I just felt like there was 2 different stories they were trying to tell, like his origin story, which is what we all are expecting. Mm-hmm. And then this extra bigger subplot with the family and the 10 rings and all this stuff that I think they could have like saved for a second movie and gone into deep stuff with it. Personally, that's kind of what I think. But I still enjoyed it, and it didn't like take me out of it super loud. I was like, wow, that was a lot of information to take all in at once. Yeah,
especially that final fight scene. Obviously, that's not a spoiler because we know there are fight scenes in this movie. But that final fight scene, I was like, whoa, this definitely could have been expounded upon and been its own like Avengers Endgame kind of movie.
I was like, all of a sudden we're here. We're here, and let's go with it. Let's go and do it.
Yeah.
Rewatchability factor, we always like to rate it 1 through 5. 1 being, I won't ever watch this again. 5 being, I'm going back to the theaters right now and watching it. What would you say?
I'd say a solid 3.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I personally don't feel the need to see it in theaters again. It's just not my type of movie, but I did enjoy it. The whole time I was never bored, and I felt like it was done really well.
I would say probably, I'm leaning more towards like a 3.5, but because I enjoyed,
that's not a number.
I know, but because I enjoyed
a number that we are allowing.
It's a 4, and I think there is so much going on in this that's kind of like better to see it twice. You know?
That's fair because I feel like there's a lot that we missed.
Yes, I think there is, and I think that's why I would say a 4 because I enjoyed it enough that like if someone said, "All right, I'm going to see Shang-Chi again. Will you go with me?" I'm like, "Oh heck yeah, I'll go see it again." I think it's well worth seeing that.
Okay.
So now we want you to go and watch not just Shang-Chi, but we want you to check out our spoiler-filled review that we have on our separate channel called I2I Reviews. That'll be coming out about the same time. We'll put a link in the description, but also above in the video right now if you want to check that out. You got anything else for them about Shang-Chi?
It was a great movie. Definitely worth seeing.
Yes.
I don't regret it at all.
This is one of those movies that Jessica actually didn't sleep through, which was a miracle.
I haven't slept through a movie in a long time.
You don't sleep through any of the movies, but you might not off.
I might just blink for a little too long. I didn't even blink long in this one.
If you want to tell us if you have seen it, what you thought about it in the comment section below. Spoiler free, keep it safe for everybody who hasn't seen it yet. We'd love to hear from you down there. And then make sure you check out all of the links in the description for ways you can support our channel and also get involved with the other stuff that we do here. Just having all kinds of crazy Disney fun. Until we assemble again.
May the Force be with you.
And we'll see you real soon.
Bye, guys.